Well, I don't want in, I want out.
Sometimes in is out. Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you'll ever listen to.
Booze, brews, and horror movie reviews. Your final bros have survived.
We are here with Brian Hot Boy LaGrasta.
I am a man under the staircase, and we are joined by Shane Embracer of Chain Smith.
I'm the man over the staircase.
Joined by Mike the Cannibal Gypsy today.
I'm the man in between the staircase.
And the Matt.
Matt, where are you on the stairs?
I am in between the staircase.
So you're with me
Yeah.
in between the stairs?
Yeah.
We're huddled in the stairs.
We're in the stairs, yeah.
So, is that like they were making the bottom half of the stairs and then you snuck in and then they put the top half of the stairs in?
Yeah.
So you're like in between the...
Yeah.
This is getting confusing. I'm confused. I'm lost. We are the final podcast, the podcast that reviews horror movies every week from the first scene to the last. Give a review of 1 to 10. In this case, we're going to do 1 Ving Rhames is a piece of shit, 10 Ving Rhames is a masterpiece. Wrap it up with the best kill of the movie. And really just kind of get to the bottom of a film that is maybe a hidden gem for Wes Craven.
What is that? What month we're in? Craven month?
This is Craven month.
Wes May.
Yeah, Wes May. It's Wes Craven month, and we are reviewing People Under the Stairs, which is Wes Craven, 1991, the year that we were born.
Yeah, that's a big year for humanity in general. Matt, hey
Yeah.
Matt, what year were you born?
97.
God, you're fucking young.
So
How
young.
does it feel to be that young?
It's okay.
So in between the stairs.
I'm not really that young. I might be younger than you guys. I'm not really
We're
that
just so old. We're just so old and
body parts
decrepit.
are falling apart. We basically look like the people under the stairs.
Yeah, Shane's, I think, at this moment right now, dying.
I might be. I might be.
Your eyes are pretty glossed over.
Yeah.
Are you like sober?
Completely, actually. That's the scary part.
Okay.
Like,
Would you call yourself the Prince of Pussy?
there's only one secretary of pussy, and that is Ving Rhames.
That is true. He
And the
declares
president
it.
is going to announce him as that.
Very true.
Very soon.
This film, I remember watching it a while ago. I might have watched it with you, Shane. I don't know. I've watched
We watched it together
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah. I definitely I don't remember if we watched it before or after Twin Peaks, but it was definitely, definitely always a delight to see like Ed and Nadine from Twin Peaks as the bad people.
Incredible. I actually when we just rewatched this now for this review, I forgot they were the main villains in this, and they are fantastic in this.
Yeah, they're great. They're fucking crazy.
Very.
Yeah, the husband is definitely.
He's nuts. What kind of outfit is he wearing? He looks like fucking Isaac in Dead Space. What is he wearing?
That's the thing. It's like a gimp outfit, but cranked to like 45.
I know.
'Cause-
Isn't that like used for like
Sex.
fetishization stuff?
Yeah.
What do you think that does to elevate your
Sex game?
your sexual experience?
I don't know.
I
Because
mean, if
like,
you're into like dominatrix.
yeah, you have to be into
He's-
being like,
Chasing around young kids in the gimp outfit. Like, it's not only the people under the stairs. He's chasing around like young kids.
there is like a hint that he's kind of a predator, right? Because doesn't he
Yeah.
he cry and grabs his junk around his fake daughter at one point?
I'll tell you what, he definitely has a lot of criminal enterprises underfoot.
Yeah, way too many. He actually has more criminal enterprises than Ving Rhames, who is a criminal.
Yes, that's right. Who has stolen from his store, his liquor store, because apparently this guy's got a lot of businesses. He owns a lot of buildings. I actually don't even know how they're able to do it and be able to sustain it with the amount of criminal activity they have got going
It
on.
makes negative sense, actually.
Yeah, because there's criminal activity and then there's criminal
yeah.
activity.
Yeah, I mean they're like big criminal though. They're like they're big criminal, and then they're also behind the scenes like
Why was there
dangerous.
those cards at the beginning?
Tarot
Tarot
cards.
cards were back.
The tarot.
Because the tarot cards, because they're calling The main character, he's a kid, young kid, to call him Fool. His real name is Poindexter. Why the kids call him Fool, I still really don't know. So if I can get a check on that.
Because he pities the fool?
That was
actually sick that you just said that to me.
I was actually sick that you said that right now.
Dude, does anybody actually know though? Or
No, I actually have no idea.
Because I mean, it's fine to call him Fool, but they went through this whole like tarot card thing.
I'm almost positive he says it at some point.
I pay the fool.
No. Why?
Oh,
Why they call him that?
yeah, he probably does. I don't remember because it's not that I didn't care. It was more so you get so
Tracked?
Yeah, by seeing the guy in the gimp suit and just a kid crawling through the walls the entire movie. There's just like so much madness in this movie. This movie's insane. It's kind of on crack at times.
I think they have a McPoyle in the walls. That one guy, I think he came back for an episode or two as a McPoyle.
You know who that kid is in the walls? We have actually reviewed a movie with him in it.
Yeah.
He is
Kid that plays, his name Robie?
Yeah, he is
I think, or something like that.
The EMT in
Roach.
Hatchet 3.
Roach, I'm sorry, Robbie Roach.
He's the EMT in Hatchet 3.
Yeah.
That gets the head.
That is right.
Shocked.
Yeah.
That's him. Looked it up.
That's crazy.
Because I actually thought he was Cricket at first from
Sonny?
Yeah.
This film, I feel like it's got like a lot of like social commentary, but to me it's a very simple movie. Like on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like they're getting kicked out of their house unless he can get these gold coins.
Yes.
The lucrative gold coins from this man and woman, because that's how they're credited, who have this criminal enterprise. Not only do they want to take their family out of their house, basically just wait till they get evicted and then like just flip these into condominiums, but they do that. They make people get kicked out and then they flip them for condominiums. It's kind of like their thing.
Yeah, there's also like a big leprechaun vibe to this because apparently this family has a pot of gold under their house.
I don't understand the gold mine.
Me either. It's very strange.
But there is a lot of dollar bills and gold and then Millie Bobby Brown, and they're all in this house.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to unpack. And there's only one place to unpack.
Is this your segue?
It's always my segue.
Okay.
It is
the
spooky pit.
Okay, we're done. All right. The People Under the Stairs was released in 1991. Fool breaks into his landlord's house in search of gold coins, but finds grotesque boys in the basement and the daughter of his landlords while attempting to find the way out of the building. This is directed by Wes Craven. Stars Brenton Quinton Adams, Everett McGill, Wendy Robie, AJ Langer, Ving Rhames, Sean Whalen, and Bill Cobbs. Bill
Cobbs.
Not to be mistaken by
Bill Cosby.
But you were going to be calling him
Bill Cosby. So is Bill Cobbs the old black guy?
Yeah.
So I said this to Mike, and we might have to cut this because I don't know if this is a problematic way to say this, but I feel like in every movie he plays the old black guy.
No, that's what he is, though.
But so that's what I'm saying, because he is an old black guy, but in every movie he plays like an old black sage almost that like has wisdom, if that makes sense.
That's fair. Let me offer maybe something that could help it make it sound much less racist.
Right. That's why I said this might have to be cut.
Because like I would say that Christopher Lloyd always plays that old white scientist in every movie. I feel like it's kind of the same.
It is. Actually, they're a great salt and pepper kind of like
salt and pepper. They're table salt and pepper.
I feel like we need to, dig you out from being a racist piece of shit right now. I understand you're feeling a little like woozy from whatever you did before we got here today, but
nothing.
It shouldn't make you as racist as you're being right now.
That's not.
Shane took his racist pills before he came.
You drink your racist juice?
That's crazy. No. I just because I think I was thinking of him in I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer.
My God, that's right.
And he kind of was like just like that.
his role in that movie is not an old black guy.
But like, it kind of like that's like he gives like that wise sage advice, like Christopher Lloyd would.
What in God's name does being black have to do with that?
Nothing, but that's why Christopher Lloyd's the white version of that.
This is what I'm gonna do from now on in this podcast. Whenever I refer to someone, like I'll say like for instance, in this film we have Everett McGill, who was in Twin Peaks.
Yes.
So every time I'm going to say, oh, that white guy, I'm going to label him by color. So when Ving Rhames comes in, I'm going to say, okay, we got this black guy.
No, that's not.
I'm going to say, oh, this white guy.
That's just not how I meant it.
And like every time he shows up,
There's
like,
a black
oh,
kid.
that's a black boy.
Okay.
And then when the daughter comes, you'd be like, oh, look at this Caucasian young lady.
Caucasian.
Oh, we're going
back to the caulk.
That was a good burp, Shane.
Thank you.
But what I would say is I like the scarf and I like the approach here. Let's talk about the man and the woman.
Yes.
So what is their relationship? Are they brother and sister? Or are they actually husband and wife? Or
They're just together.
we don't have context.
Yes, they're definitely not brother or sister, but they're also not married because that's also established.
They do this weird dance though.
Yeah. Do you think they do it in the gimp suit?
Definitely.
I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
100%.
Don't they make reference to them being brother and sister at one point though?
Really?
I thought they weren't.
I thought the grandfather said that they were.
Maybe because he does give wise sage advice.
The black grandfather or
Yes, the black
Wise
grandfather.
black advice.
You can't say.
but I agree
Who
with
started this shit? Me or you?
I would argue that it was sage black advice. that he gave.
Okay, mistakes were made by me. I get it. I'm a little tired. I have a headache.
No, you're fine, Shane. You're fine. We're moving along here. This is a fun movie. Like it is what
It
it
is,
is,
though.
right? You had Ving Rhames and a dashiki because he has one. Just,
Right.
Then you have this white guy, Spencer,
Yeah.
who has glasses on. He's just smoking a cigarette, and he's got this cut off.
Kind of gave me like Leonardo DiCaprio vibes from the side. Like,
Are you fucking good? And how does he, are you saying he looks like him?
like from the side, like a side profile, like a young Leo?
Young Leo. Or are you talking about like now Leo that bangs 20-year-olds?
Yeah, that maybe now Leo. Like,
Yeah.
you're not getting like a Leo vibe there.
Well, what I would say is to really
Young Leo.
get off the fact that this guy looks nothing like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
There is actually something very serious that's happening. Like there's Ruby, who's the sister of Fool's the main character. Yes. Fool's mother is literally on her deathbed, dying of cancer because the healthcare system in this country is fucking terrible.
It's true.
It's all fucked. Brian, how would you describe
Oh fuck!
how would you describe
Free Luigi.
their van? Would you say it's like salt and pepper?
That's a black van,
Right?
Because
Because there's a black man and a white man, as we established. That's the only thing that matters.
That's not what I was saying. Like, you guys aren't listening to the point.
I heard you. I heard you fine.
But going off of the racism, the mother's so that basically they need money. There are Ving Rhames, who is like, I don't know what his relationship is with the sister, friends with Ruby.
I think they're just friends.
Somehow knows Fool as who's like literally like 9 years old. So it's amazing how he's even looped into these conversations. Maybe a little bit older. But essentially he's telling him how they just robbed the liquor store of their landlords. Their landlords, he knows by looking at this, like it was like a bill or something, that they live at this house. They're super rich and they're trying to get him evicted so they could turn it into a condominium. But he robbed his liquor store and he knows he's got gold coins in that house. He's got
Because he found the blueprints or something.
Yes. So that's the plan. They're going to go there. Now, option number one, they try to get in very tactfully by sending in the boy as a Boy Scout.
That's the smarter move.
And he's trying to piss in the house, but they won't let him piss in the house.
Can't get
Right.
that intel. So he comes back, right?
Yeah.
Goes back to the car. And Spencer is like, yo, you suck. Literally, you're trash. And now I need to do it.
He's
Yes.
like, I know you're fucking 8 years old, but you suck. And I could do this because I'm not 8 and I look like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Exactly.
You're buying it.
Exactly.
And like he's wearing this fucking ring.
He's wearing
Skull
the
ring.
Yeah.
skull ring.
So she sees that and she's like, she knows.
She's like, PSG&G doesn't wear skull
She
rings.
clocks him. She lets him in. Boom.
He dies this guy dies so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, because like they're gonna go in. Like the plan was never to go in at this point, and
No.
they're all gonna be going in today. That's the thing. It never was supposed to be, but they're going in.
Now, isn't it a dumb thing that they just fucking pulled the van right into the driveway? Like if you're going right into if you're breaking into a house, why would you pull your van into that driveway?
You're saying they should have parked down the road.
And not pulled up all. But what happens if you have? Why would you pull up at the end of the driveway? Wouldn't you pull up all the way to the front of the driveway?
Well, that's the thing. They pull into the driveway a lot more than they did in Christine.
Which means,
Oh, so you're saying when you're picking up your friend, you stay at the end of the driveway.
Right, but if you're robbing the place, you go all the way up. Everyone knows that. It's like van driving 101.
here's my question. This is the only thing I don't remember from watching this. They just go in through the back. How do they get in?
They break through the back door.
Break through the back door.
Yeah, doesn't Ving have a
Crowbar.
The crowbar.
That's right.
But the issue is there's a fucking dog.
That's a Rottweiler, right?
Yeah.
Matt, you're the dog guy, right?
It is a Rottweiler, yeah.
Okay.
Matt? All rots, are they naturally killers, or do they have to be trained to be that way?
And do they go to heaven?
Do all rots go to heaven?
I think if you train them from the start, they are trained a lot of times to be protectors. But it is if you get them from like birth and you train them to be correct, they most likely will not attack.
I have a question for you, and I've been thinking about this one all morning. Would you rather have a Rottweiler or Mike Benanti?
To train as your own.
The train has my own.
Yeah.
To like protect my property.
I mean, Mike has some bite to him.
Oh no, we know that he's a Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I'll take the rot.
Okay. Rot over Vanessa.
Okay, so just to make that clear, Mike, Matt said he would rather have a Rottweiler in existence than you.
That's crazy, Matt. That's actually. I'm gonna take
You
Mike.
just said that to train for my own.
I am changing the rules and saying that you'd rather have. Okay. No, in all seriousness, though, they're gonna get in, and they're gonna quickly notice that their coworker Spencer, or their friend, whoever he is dead. I don't know what his relation is. I guess he's a co-criminal.
We're gonna call him a co-worker criminal.
I'll call him a co-pilot.
So if I say this, I just want to circle back on the racist piece that we were discussing earlier.
Yep.
Can I say that Spencer is if I could say Spencer's a white criminal, is it safe to say that Leroy's a black criminal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And together they make a salt and pepper criminal. Shane, what color would you label the dog as?
The dog's black.
Oh God.
Well, he is. No, look at the dog. He literally has fur. Dog's an asshole, though. Also, that kid's super athletic.
No, he's real savvy.
Yo,
kid, yeah.
Fool is very wise for his age.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Think about yourself at 8 years old. What were you doing? I wasn't doing anything.
For the record, apparently the reason why his name is Fool is because of the cards, the tarot cards.
Yeah. I'm saying, is there anything beyond that, or is it just
that's all
like...
it says, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. It is what it is, right? Like, they found him off, and he's a fool, but he gets himself into trouble, right? Like,
His sister. Yeah,
I do like his hat. Ving Rhames' hat.
what hat is... Matt, that's going to be your job for this whole episode. You need to find out what that hat is called. And So I could be... Natives from Africa wear that hat, right?
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know if it's cultural or if it's religious, though.
I don't know. Is it like a Ramadan thing or like? It kind of reminds me of the candles on the.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's just purely for style.
It could
be a
also be
style
for
choice.
style.
I like it.
Is this in the city? Where is this? New York?
Baltimore. Ish. I might have just completely made that up.
That's honestly fine. 'cause I
Matt, look
don't
up
know.
where people under the stairs are after you look up the other stuff. We're putting you to work this episode. I would look up things, but I'm trying not to look at my phone because I have a headache for some reason. It's probably from...
From that black juice you were drinking.
You can't say that. You know you can't say that, right? Like, you're getting canceled, bruh.
You did have black juice before you had Pepsi.
Yeah, what color is the juice? Or the carbonation?
Oh, I dropped my mic on my stomach. It's like a brown.
You had that brown carb.
Yeah, it's a fucking brown carb, right?
Bro, would you live in a house like this? Just real old Victorian style?
No, I don't like it. I mean, if I had to, yes, but like it wouldn't be like my first choice.
What if there was people under the stairs, though?
I'm out. So that's the one thing about this place. And Fool kind of notices it right away that like if you're able to avoid the screaming lady with a knife and you can avoid the weird man in the gimp suit and you have happened to just also avoid the killer Rottweiler, there's going to be a place you click a couple buttons and you're going to be able to go down the stairs and there's going to be some other visitors in the house.
So are these like kids they tried to like steal and adopt that like were failed projects? Is that like the idea of this movie?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, and they feed these kids the people who break into their home. So like they feed them like Spencer and they feed them Leonardo DiCaprio and like things like that. That's like who the kids eat. It's kind of gross.
It's kind of gross. They don't eat a lot from what we hear because it's not, I mean, these people are terrible, but it's still not like often. And they haven't seen sunlight in a long time. So they're really lacking that pigmentation.
That vitamin D.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very white. Like extraordinarily white. Like I'm not even talking like Irish white. They're bleached skin white. It's pretty crazy. And now that contrasts with the other people in the movie, right?
You're saying there's a huge color contrast yeah. I mean, for sure. And now, yeah, so when he does discover the downstairs and the people that are living under the stairs, right? And then he sees Spencer, he does find a coin. He knows they're there, but where are the coins? We will find out later.
The leprechaun has them.
Yeah. And he sees that, he does come to the realization that there's some weird stuff going on that they may be eating. Because he sees the coin, he's bleeding, he sees the people, plus one and one together. But when does he finally come into, I know he's going to be soon coming into contact with the young girl,
Yes. Does the young girl have a name?
Alice.
Alice, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Alice, sweet Alice. So, Fool's gonna get attacked by Roach, but like he helps him. So, like, why was Roach attacking him in this scene? Or is it just because he didn't know who he was?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, probably.
It's his first exposure to him.
Right. When he realizes he's friends with Alice, he's like, "Oh, you're my friend too."
Yeah, that makes sense. Because he could have just assumed he's there to hurt them or rob them at first.
Now, the people under the stairs, they're like in a segment of the basement that's blocked off, but there's also like the ability to go into the walls of the house.
Yes.
Because like Roach is in the walls.
Yes, they have a Roach in their walls the entire movie. I think that's the idea, is that Roach was supposed to be with the others, but he escaped, and he escaped into the walls, which is kind of weird that they can't find Roach because they could just go in the walls themselves, I feel like.
But they never do. Like,
they don't.
Yeah, that's something that they don't do, and it's like it seems to be very easy to do.
Yes, I feel like the Roach problem is like a very easy fix. You just get an exterminator.
I see what you're doing here. Yeah, you exterminate them, and that you're just saying that
he's a Roach.
I get it.
Yeah, getting rid of the Roach. Okay, they're the infestation, right?
Or you just put a cat in the wall.
Oh, that also works because the cats love to kill insects.
Exactly.
That's like Forrest's like pastime.
Yeah. My cat, back in her prime, she would kill flies all day. Not that I have flies constantly in the house, but if there was one, she'd kill it. Cats are great. They're hunters, natural. That cat actually would have killed Ving Rhames in seconds. It's much better than that freaking Rottweiler.
Yeah. There's also a scene in this early on where the dog is really like the Rottweiler is attacking him, and he has to like force electrocute himself to electrocute the Roddy.
Yeah, that scene's kind of rough to look at.
It's weird. It's like a chain of lightning.
Yeah, the way the kind of like shimmy shake they do when they're getting electrocuted, it's kind of off-putting, but I get it.
Yeah.
Is it because you don't see? I guess because there's no like electric sparks, so you just see them like shaking, wiggling. Yeah, it's weird, but it's okay because the rest of the movie is even weirder. Because I think it's around this time that the father puts on the gimp suit and he has an unlimited ammo shotgun. If you've noticed,
That's a theme though throughout the movie. He's just gonna shoot.
He blasts the entire movie.
Can you show me an example of what it looks like with him with a shotgun? Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh my god.
is that a
Damn.
damn?
Yeah, that was a lot.
Do you like that?
I
You're
enjoyed
like a
it.
natural with that.
Thank you.
I think he just had multiple shotguns in the house, though. Because at one point, he literally just went to the piano and just opened the piano, and there was a shotgun there.
That is true.
So your theory is it wasn't just one unlimited shotgun; it was multiple scattered around the
Yeah.
house.
All unlimited
Because
ammo.
when the cop came, Graham got ahead, but when the cop came, he just literally pushed a part of the house, and it opened up to a hidden door.
You think he's just a bunch of shotguns lying around? Yeah. So like, what was that? What was that real tasty Denzel Washington Mark Wahlberg flick?
What year was this?
Yeah, I actually don't know.
Like 2009 or 10?
What's it about?
Or maybe 11? They're just shooting things up with guns.
Rain of Fire. No.
Shoot him up.
Denzel Washington who?
Mark Wahlberg. They were in a movie together. There was a lot of guns and there was shooting. And I know there was a specific.
Contraband.
No, there was a specific number of guns.
2 guns.
Okay, so there was
guns?
just 2 guns.
2 guns?
You ever have 2 guns lying around?
Actually, no.
Me neither.
No. But if I did have guns, I would want 2 of them.
Would you want more?
So I could give Mike one and we could duel. Would you duel me?
Yeah, I'd duel you in like Yu-Gi-Oh or something. For
Not
sure.
a gun duel. No. It's because I win.
I mean, after
I'm
that,
such a quick shot.
after that scene, like not to just like prolong because the movie does have a lot of a dialogue in between, and I will be honest, it is very true. Like, at least from my experience watching it, I do feel like they get chased for a strong majority of this movie. Like,
Oh, yeah.
over and over and over. But they do get discovered. Leroy gets shot.
He does. Leroy gets murdered.
He gets shot a few times.
Yeah.
And then they rip him apart, which is kind of brutal to see when they do that.
Yeah. I was shocked. I didn't think Ving Rhames was going to die as fast as he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was the main character. He's not. A 9-year-old is.
Yeah, but the 9-year-old's really good because he saves the day like multiple times until the whole community comes at the end of the movie to super save the day.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
such a badass.
Don't you wish they would have came earlier?
Yeah.
He gets out of the house and then comes back.
Well, he jumps off the roof into a pool. And then when he comes back and he's trying to rescue the girl, he's like, okay, we can just do that again. She's like, no, they filled it with sand and crocodiles and scorpions. And the Mortal Kombat character Scorpion.
So this part was weird for me. Why isn't the dog attack him right there?
Is it because he's not moving? It's the only thing I can think of. He's like docile and not moving.
No, I think the dog just really hates Ving Rhames.
Or that. I don't know.
Because just at the sight of Ving Rhames, he attacked.
Or maybe he doesn't attack kids.
No, because he attacks the kid later
Oh,
on.
he actually attacked him at the beginning as well.
Yeah, so your theory was instantly debunked.
Yeah.
But I like that you were throwing theories out there.
But no, because in the basement, he didn't attack the kids right away.
That's also true. Maybe the dog's just super inconsistent.
Also, the tone of this movie is really weird, right? Because it's got like this like heartfelt family comedy piece to it, but you know it's got some like you're gonna encounter some horror elements, but it's also like thoroughly bloody.
Yes. It's also comedic at times.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. The movie has this like message at the end that like the community like sticks together.
Sure.
But it also is like a very unserious movie at times. But I guess that's like all Wes Craven movies. They all have their comedic elements with very serious subject matter. Because if you even look at like Last House on the Left, like it's a very serious rape movie, but yet the cops are literally comedic relief the entire movie.
Yeah.
So I kind of just think that's how he writes movies.
Got it. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got a very interesting style. But yeah, no, for sure. And then, so once Leroy gets shot, right, he's going to get maimed too, because like he's basically going to be thrown down for food at some point.
Yes.
The Roach gets killed as well.
Yes, Roach gets shot by the father while he's trying to help them, and eventually Roach just bleeds out. But Roach does show him where the gold is right before he dies.
Yeah, I mean, he directs him. before he dies, he just shows him directions, which is really sweet.
So the whole thing, it's a big chase. Like from this point on, you're right. A lot of it is just the kid running through the house and trying to hide and escape.
He befriends
Alice
and Roach.
Yeah, but like you said, Roach dies, and then he still tries to get Alice out of the house, and
all the while, yeah, he's being chased by a man in a gimp suit.
I gotta point out, like, Everett McGill is so good at, like,
He's a psycho, dude.
Yeah.
He really bolts into the role of psycho, and I feel like he enjoys the role of psycho,
Yes.
playing it. Like, the character is definitely enjoying his time chasing people. It's like, I don't even know, like, what is their end goal for, like, these people? That's the only thing I'm always confused. Like, why do they have them there?
So my understanding is that they have been stealing kids from the city, and they are trying to raise a perfect, obedient child, but the child keeps rebelling, like Arnie, honestly. And so instead of, well, you can't return the kid. Granted, I guess they could just kill the kid. It would be easier.
Alice?
Yeah, but they don't do that. They just keep the kids under the stairs. They're failed projects, and they, like, cut their tongues out, or they, like...
That's the thing, yeah. Like, they have, like, Roach has a cut tongue he shows off.
But, like, to the whole point of it, you're, like...
They're sadistic,
why wouldn't they
dude.
just kill the kids?
I mean, they're that sadistic to that point. Like, why not just, like, end it?
Unless they like them suffering under the stairs, which is very possible.
Well, the stairs has this contraption, too, where you can flip the switch, and it goes from stairs to, like, a ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole house is built and manipulated so nobody leaves.
Yes. Oh, there's bars on all the windows.
Yeah.
I'd only live in this house if it was, like, inherited to me.
Well, yeah, no. Why would you just go to that house?
It's a super controlled environment. Like, would not be with all the extra baggage that comes into just opening a door, you're not aware what's going to be coming on the other end. I'd be concerned for sure.
Yeah, I would have my doubts about living in this house. It's like a very H.H. Holmes house.
Yeah.
Like, it's just doors that lead to nothing, staircases that drop out. It's pretty sick. It makes for a good movie. I actually do really enjoy trapped movies, like where you're like Don't Breathe, or Abigail, like movies where you're confined to like one spot and you have to figure out how to get out. I actually think movies like that work really well. It almost adds a claustrophobic feel to it because like you just can't get out.
No, absolutely. Saw 1, Saw 2. For sure.
Actually, yeah.
You're trapped.
Saw 2 is perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trapped. I can't get out. Yeah. So after Roach is dead, the next kill of the film is actually, I believe it's the dog.
Yeah. The dog gets so the dog is let loose into the wall to stop the boy and Alice. And the dog is biting the kid, and he throws the dog up against the wall so that the father will hear the noise, and he sticks. It's a bayonet, right? Or is
it's attached to the rifle. It's like underneath it to stab.
Yeah. So he throws the bayonet through the wall, and it stabs and kills the dog.
Yep. I think he's trying to aim for Fool.
He is, but he kills the dog. And then he yells. He's like, "You killed my dog!" Or so, he does some exaggerated like noise when he finds out he kills the dog. I can't remember what.
Fool was smart. He made a noise like if he got hit.
Yeah.
So that way he was able to get away. And
well, yeah, because they don't know right away they killed the dog until they go into the wall, right? Because they go in the wall to get the body, but that's when they find the dog.
They break down the wall in order to get in.
Yeah, you're on it. He's on it.
Yeah. Got it. And then there are a few more kills, or like there's not like a lot of kills throughout this movie.
No.
There's just a few more, but it's mainly just like really like hard scenes because the family goes right to like if they discover him.
Yes.
Like there is like a period where like at first they want to kill him, then they want to like get him and like threaten him to get to Alice because that he's like trying to get Alice out,
Yes.
and then they go back to trying to kill him again. It's like a weird like
It's pretty nutty, yeah.
yeah, but like at the end of the day, like it's pretty much like a constant chase throughout the house for these two.
Until he eventually escapes, but they capture Alice.
And he has to go back in.
Yeah. So he calls the police. He tells the police about what's going on there. The police, they obviously hide everything, and I think it's another Wes Craven thing where he shows the incompetence of the police.
Yeah.
Where they don't know a single thing is going on. They're like, we heard you were had a daughter kidnapped, or like, and they go into a child's room and they don't question or look. Well, they question. They're like, I thought you had no kids, and they're like, oh, she died, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we believe that.
Yeah, I mean that's what they did.
Like a couple that was hiding, like.
Yep. They get called out, and they really do like bare bones investigating. They really don't care too much. Yeah. So it gives the community like the sense like we gotta like do this, and they do, because not only they have to like be able to survive, but like they're getting screwed over by the people that own their buildings.
Yes.
So it's like it's a lot, and they had to find some common ground with the community and the people under the stairs, who, in my opinion, don't represent any greater meaning other than the fact that they're pasty and white.
Is there supposed to be a greater meaning for them?
Honestly, for me, just like I'm thinking about it, it's like rich people versus
poor.
Like,
The whole
people that are oppressed, right? Like,
yeah, the whole idea, I guess, is essentially that it's the rich oppressing the
it's probably
poor.
that kind of like same commentary you get from like a movie like Platform.
Yeah, 100%.
Where, like, people have opportunity versus people that don't.
And I mean, this movie does it maybe even better because it shows like what rich people do, where they go in their Jeffrey Epstein gimp suits and chase children.
Yeah, I mean, I would also say though, like I totally understand the message, and there's definitely some truth in it,
100%.
But I have to say, the shit that this family is involved in holistically is redonkulous. There's so many things to like be the worst people on the fucking planet.
Well, I mean, they do have old money.
They have old money, that is true. Because they're into like, greed, which is the big thing. They're into greed, more money, more buildings, screwing people out of their homes, taking them, feasting on them, like cannibalism, murder, sexual sexual acts with the like just tackle it on, and they're doing it.
Yeah, they are deep into depravity of like everything you could be into. It's crazy. It's gross, and it's gonna be stopped by Fool, because Fool is gonna go, and he breaks back in after the police investigate. It actually made me chuckle because he like comes out of the fucking cabinet.
Give me the chuckle.
Like, I was watching it, and I was like,
Did you watch it with Mike?
Yeah, I did.
Can you verify? Can you confirm?
Yeah, it was really like more of like kind of something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's cute.
When he first popped out in this fucking outfit, I popped pretty hard.
I'm like, am I watch like Shane? I thought it was Dead Space. I literally thought, I'm like, what is this?
And at that point, I realized this movie is pure chaos, and I like it a lot.
And you're here for the chaos.
Yeah.
It really is just chaos.
So they keep Alice like alive, and she gets like her own room and stuff because she's like perfect or pure.
I think they're trying to make her that. Is what my interpretation.
Child.
Yeah.
Except she's not. She's a dirty street whore because someone yells that like towards the end, right?
Yeah. That's my interpretation. My interpretation of what you had is just like they try to make them perfect. Like they try to get someone that's perfect, and if she can't be molded that way and follow the rules, she's gonna get thrown down the stairs.
But like at the very beginning, the mom catches on that that fork is missing, and that she's feeding the
them.
wall cretin,
which she's not happy with.
Yeah. But I guess she still wants to mold her into the perfect child.
Yeah,
Yes.
outside of the fact that she's feeding the wall cretins, which she's definitely doing.
Yeah.
Cool.
I feel like that's the right and smart move by Alice. Be friends with the wall and stair dwellers.
Well, if you can get around in a wall, I want to be your friend, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't care how dirty and poor you are. If you can maneuver around the wall of a house, I kind of want you on my side.
Agreed, because you know the ins and outs. You could get me out, but sometimes in is out, and out is in.
I mean, in is sometimes in is out. We've already we've covered that. Alice says that. She's like, why would we be going further in? And she's like, because sometimes in is out.
This is like, this house is like fucking Home Alone, like built almost, except like this is for like, it's built for the bad people.
Yeah. I mean, definite Home Alone vibes. Like, when was Home Alone made? Around this time, right?
93.
Matt,
So
Matthew,
this is before Home Alone?
Yes.
yeah,
check what year Home Alone 1 came out.
you got this.
Not
we believe.
any of the garbage, sequels. Just the
No, Home
first
Alone
one.
2 is great.
It is. Kevin.
Home Alone 3 is pretty great.
Is it? Which one was that?
It's the one with young ScarJo.
ScarJo.
That was
Macaulay?
1990.
Oh,
November
it
16th.
was made slightly
Same
before
year.
this.
Okay.
In any case, we are actually, like, to be honest, it's a lot of that, but we're kind of coming.
sorry.
We're coming close to the end.
We are, because the boy's back in. He's trying to help her escape.
He actually goes back in just to talk to his wise black guy, and then he goes back in.
It goes back. See, you got it. They're going to start escaping, and
He's so great. I love him.
they go downstairs, and he has
Such a psycho.
He really is.
the dynamite room.
The dynamite room. Yeah.
And he's going to blow up the father with the dynamite room, but he's not going to die. He's just going to be slightly disturbed by it, but then he's going to get ransacked by the stair people.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, so Alice stabs the woman, right?
Yes.
And then the people under the stairs are going to rip her apart and toss her in the basement.
Yes. And then the whole place is going to blow. And all the money's going to blow out of the chimney.
The money in the room with the dynamite.
Yep.
Right?
And
Right. At this point, like the whole town is there.
yeah, and they're collecting the money on the street.
Ruby kind of comes in, knocks on the door, because everybody knocks on the door
Yep.
of this house. And she's got the whole community on her side.
Yeah. They're demanding the landlords, take it easy on them.
Yeah, they're a little late on their rent. Don't kick them
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, give them more than 3 days.
Yep.
I'm always interested in how they film stuff like this. Like, because they're working with a fucking dog.
Dogs are easy to train, though, for movies.
I feel like a Rottweiler is a highly trainable dog, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. I have no idea, but I thought I heard that.
They're like German shepherds, very, very
Yeah.
trainable.
If what I heard about this movie is true, like from watching it, is it that like if you're 3 days late with your rent, the rent is tripled, and if you can't pay for it, you're out?
You're out.
That's
Which
fucking
is-
crazy, dude.
Yeah, I feel like there has to be a
I'd
law
rather
against
just
that.
be out at that
Yeah.
point. I'm not paying no triple for my
Well,
fucking
because
rent.
it defeats the purpose. Because if you have to then pay triple, you're going to not be able to pay the other rents coming up.
How many times does this guy shoot and miss in this film?
Dude, it's so funny.
Yeah, it is. He is hilarious.
I love his fucking mannerisms and
Yeah.
the way he moves about.
He's incredible.
He's just firing into the wall.
He doesn't even care what he hits.
He doesn't care at all.
What a sell.
He also takes like a ton of damage during this
Oh,
movie.
so much damage. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. But I mean, that's the movie, right?
is the
that's
movie.
the people under the stairs.
Yeah.
We did it.
Right. So a lot of this movie is literally the chase. It's a lot of getting chased and
Being chased.
yeah.
Chase Bank. Chase Headley.
Oh.
Chase Budinger.
Okay.
I want to see how long
Chase
he
Daniels.
Whoa.
can run with this. He ran out
I
after
did.
Chase Daniels.
I was hoping someone would add something to
Oh,
that.
oh, sorry. Chase Rice. That's the only one I know.
There we go.
He's a country
Matt?
singer.
You know any chases?
Oh, Chase
Matt?
Utley.
That's a
That's a
good
good- that's a
one.
good one.
That's a good one. Chase Budinger.
Yeah, that's the
I
one.
said that one.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
You stupid son of a bitch.
And he also said Chase Bank, which was clever.
That was cute.
I'm so smart. Say I'm smart. Tell me I'm smart. Mike?
You're like sort of like white smart. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Yeah, you're like a white smart guy, and you always were smart, Shane.
Right. Okay.
Always. No one will never say different. You're smart. Are you one of the bigger racists? No, of course.
Yeah.
But
That's okay. It was a bad, I didn't know how to phrase what I was trying to say. It came off wrong.
what is my name for him on this show today? What was the nickname, right?
Shane. Embracer of Shane Smith.
So now the context is
Brian
finished.
manifested this. It was my tarot. Oh my god, it was my tarot.
We've been terrorized.
Full circle from 2 episodes
no,
ago.
I've been tarot.
This fucking episode will haunt us. But this is also a terror-related episode.
Yeah. The
Because
Fool.
maybe he was fated to be the fool, and the fool will always help his friends.
We have literally come full fucking circle.
I actually hate the fact that I did that. That we came full circle from that episode.
I love it.
Let's end this shit. Let's finish this.
All right. Well, I'm
done.
going to give this movie way too high of a rating.
Shane, you got to do what you got to do.
I'm giving it an 8.
Okay. I thought you were going to say 9.
No, 8.
Which would have been totally fine because I've given 9s before.
I fucking love this movie. Like
I've given 9s.
Like everything aside, and I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I think the Tylenol's kicked in. This movie's awesome. It is so, like, watching this with Mike, we were just like, yo, what the fuck is happening? But not in like we were confused, like just like we couldn't believe like this man has now thrown on a gimp suit and is hunting children in his wall, kind of like what the fuck. It's like this is Wes Craven at his like some of his best, like where it's like there's like a meaning to what he's doing, but also it's really funny. It's kind of like Scream. Like there's a meaning behind Scream, but he also throws in a lot of good comedy. Same thing with like Last House on the Left, or I'm trying to think of the other one, like Shocker. It's another one that's kind of like that, but like
Scream in general is just underrated.
It really is. Like,
Yeah.
it just really is incredible.
actually even the first Nightmare on Elm Street, it had its comedic elements to it.
Freddy's funny, dude.
Yeah,
Freddy's-
so like
Freddy's a funny
he's
guy.
a fucking hoot.
they made him into more of a joke later on, but Wes Craven's original was terrifying, but Freddy still had those one-liners, like not the comedic ones, like where he was like, "Welcome to prime time, bitch," or stuff like that, but he still had his like his moments. So yeah, I fucking love this movie. I'm giving it an 8, and I can tell you what, since it's Wes Craven, it can only get better next week.
Bro, he has him move the body of Leroy and then throws him. And how many times does he take the shotgun and shove it down this 9-year-old's throat?
It's pretty
It's
nuts.
crazy. Oh, he's nuts.
I'm gonna go 7.
You would.
I don't know if we did a good enough job at describing how, like, honestly, just pure madness this
Yeah.
movie is. The two of them, the wife and wait, no, they're not husband and wife.
We
are
don't
they?
know what they are. They could be brother sister. They could be husband wife. Regardless, they get it on.
Right. I truly believe they. She's so good. Like, they carry this movie pretty hard.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, this movie, it's a fun, easy, good watch.
Yeah.
I literally, going into it, I thought this movie was going to be about a house haunted by like stair dwellers. And it turned out to be nothing like that at all. And that was good. He's like, is he also a cannibal?
Oh, no,
cannibal.
he's definitely
Yeah,
a
he is
cannibal,
cannibal.
yes. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many crimes associated with this family that, like, I can only scratch the surface.
Yeah. He's like, what did you say they were in together? Twin
They're in
Peaks?
Twin Peaks.
They're a married couple in
They're
Twin
husband and
Peaks.
wife in Twin Peaks, yeah.
Are they also fucking insane in that show?
Oh, well, she
They
is.
just cheat on each other
Well,
the whole movie.
He's normal. He just
Yeah.
maybe... But he's also good, though, because he doesn't really... He starts doing it later on, but
Yes.
like, nah, he doesn't for a while.
'Cause he-
She's crazy. She's legitimately a crazy person.
Yes.
Yo, even this scene, dude, she dunks her into a scalding hot bath because she thinks she isn't pure anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, it can't be too hot. Her arms are also in it.
Yeah, and she's just saying...
Yeah.
She's like, the fires of hell are hotter.
Yeah, this movie's legitimately insane, and I loved it. 7.
Okay.
Strong 7.
Strong 7.
Almost an 8.
I'm going to one day get on the same page as you guys. I feel like I'm
God damn
not
it.
there. Strong 6.
Okay.
But I really like the movie. It's really fun. For the positives, share a lot of the same sentiments. I do think that Everett, McGill, and Wendy, Robie are very strong. But I would also like to give a really good shout out to the kid Fool because he does like a
He does a
He does.
really
He
good
does
a
do a
really
good
good
job.
job as a young kid who's got to do all this disturbing shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how many shotguns like around his face he was comfortable with, but like the kid's in it and he's a trooper, literally. I thought the acting was pretty good and it was a unique story. I guess just some criticisms for me is I feel like the movie could have went a little bit more full circle with some of the concepts they introduced, like the tarot cards. Like I feel like that should be very much more like discussed or like fleshed out in the film. I feel like they mention it and they like maybe bring it back for one more point and then it's disregarded unless I'm missing some meaning for that. And the only other criticism I had was like, I feel like the movie does get like, although it's funny as shit, sort of repetitious with like the chasing, especially for her. Cause I feel like she chases with a knife for a lot, but I understand that's the point of the movie. But yeah, I mean, I really, it's just a really fun movie to watch and another good one from Wes Craven.
Matt, we're gonna start
Matthew?
respecting you more, and I think we're just gonna let you talk every episode, right?
We've been, Matt, do you want to give him that power though, Mike? Like you want to actually like, I think you like giving him the opportunity. You should-
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Matt, hey, Matt,
Yeah,
do you feel like talking about this movie?
sure.
How are you doing today? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you better than Shane, who's a racist piece of garbage?
I think I'm better than Shane right now. Yeah.
Okay. Slap a number on it for us then.
I think I give it a 7.
7.
I think it's everything that you guys said for the most part. I'm not gonna repeat
Did
everything.
it hold your attention?
Yes, it did. I think that it was a funny movie. I think that it was entertaining, definitely crazy in a lot of moments. But like you said, the whole like chasing around the house, like the
It's a lot.
the
There's a lot of
I
chasing.
think of like Scooby-Doo going through the doors and the villain trying to chase him. That's what I think.
That's
of.
pretty good. That's better than Shane's comp from earlier. That had to do with skin color.
But
And one thing we never mentioned that there is actually a funeral home. Like
Yeah,
they took over a funeral home. That's where they live.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Missed that totally.
But I think it's a very good movie, and I never had heard of it until now. So I'm happy that I did. Oh, and I would definitely watch it again.
Yeah, it's definitely like Shane said, a hidden gem. I do agree with that because with Wes Craven, you hear like if you're not hearing about Scream or you're not hearing about Nightmare, you're hearing about some of his like other one-off movies that are like also strong. Like he just got a few like Serpent in the Rainbow and
Last House on the Left.
Last House on the Left.
Hills Have Eyes.
yeah. I mean, he's got a lot, but this one goes under the radar a lot, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Cool. Let's go into
Necro.
Best kill of the film.
Start us off, Mike. You never start us off.
Yeah, I told you this. I'm not the point guard. I don't start
I
shit.
do have all the kills here. I do this on purpose for this portion of the show. Because we have, so Spencer killed off screen. That's going to be a no.
That's a no.
Prince, no, he didn't die from that. But Prince did die from the stabbing.
Stabbing.
Leroy shot a few times. Roach gunshot wound by the mother. Alice killing the woman and then giving to the people under the stairs. Or Fools blowing the man up with the dynamite is. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the mom. The stabbing to the people under the stairs devouring her.
You know what one I'm gonna actually go with, and I'm gonna go with Leroy getting shot. Because for some reason I also thought he was gonna live a little bit longer. It's not like a meaningful kill. It's just one that took me really off guard.
Okay.
I'm going to agree, and this might be shocking, with Brian, because fuck you.
I was so close to going with the dog kill.
Yeah, I considered it heavily. Because, like, the dog did great in this movie.
Yeah, fuck dogs.
Oh,
Whoa,
geez.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, without further ado, Leroy. You know what we like about you, Leroy? The fact that your hat matches Brian's headband.
Look at that. It was a match made in heaven.
Yeah, like you guys, you were
Really
meant
is,
for
'cause
each
he's
other. Brian's the salt to your pepper, as they say on the streets.
I'm the white to his black.
You were the king of the criminal underworld. Like he would rob people and he would never get caught. He robbed a liquor store and actually found blueprints. That's how good of a criminal he was. Who robs a liquor store and finds blueprints?
He's a great criminal. He's also what? What does he say? Prince of...
Oh, he's the secretary of pussy.
That's for sure.
And we
like,
need
whoa.
a secretary of pussy in the necro. So
I mean,
you're in.
Ving Rhames. I really did also, though, think he was going to be in this a lot longer.
Me too. I thought
when
he'd
I
be like-
first watched
yeah.
it.
Like an ending kill or a survivor, but he dies pretty early on.
Fairly
Like
early,
pretty
yeah.
midway through.
He dies before Roach.
He does. That's crazy.
Way before.
Well, that was a great start to Wes Craven month. And like I said, if you're going to watch a hidden gem like this, things can only get better because we're talking about Wes Craven.
More hidden gems, Shane.
Yeah, we are going to go and take someone's soul because we're going to review My Soul to Take.
Okay.
The second to last ever movie directed
Yeah.
by Wes Craven. Spoiler, the movie was so bad, Wes Craven said, I can't retire on this, and then made Scream 4.
Is that actually, like...
I'm
canon?
pretty sure like he was going to be done after My Soul to Take, and it did so poorly, he came back to do one more Scream.
Kind of tracks. I mean, Scream did come out the very next year.
And then I don't think he directed a movie after Scream 4.
Got it. I mean, so My Soul to Take, yeah, I mean, that's next week. It's a good one to continue on with Wes Craven month. I do like how we're going with some of these movies that are just like one-off Wes Craven stuff. So he's got a ton of.
We already did also do Scream and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Got
so.
a fantastic catalog.
Yeah.
There's a lot to cover
There's
there.
so much to cover.
My Soul to Take is barely ever talked about. Maybe even less than People Under the Stairs.
Yes.
Maybe.
And there is definitely going to be a reason for that.
Yeah. So, so that'll be next week, and I'm really looking forward to that because we do have quite a eventful May planned.
So, with that said, we are the Final Podcast signing off, and we will see you next week where we kind of figure out if this is the most schizophrenic movie we've ever seen.
Yeah. In so many different respects too. Exchange that with a Final Podcast where splatter meets passion in just beautiful harmony for real. Because we're a passionate podcast here, and when we don't get the passion, we get a little down, and it braces the passion. For sure. So tune in, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast, and we're definitely on YouTube. So give us a subscribe and reach out if you want us to review something at the Final Podcast at yahoo.com, and we will see you next Monday, bitch.
Salt and pepper.